everybody. Welcome to Trainwreck Live, our weekly live stream. We are going to be continuing our World of Darkness game run by Tanner here.
Hello.
And and if you haven't seen the first part of that, you could check out the VOD over on our YouTube channel and on ProjectDerailed.com. If you're tuning into us for the first time, my name is Nick Urasiva. I'm one of the co-founders here at Project Derailed. I don't have anything more to say. So if you guys want to introduce yourselves, and then Tanner, you can just take it away, because I'm itching to conclude this story.
Yeah. My name's Tom.
Okay, so
Yeah.
have at it.
Yeah. My name's Tom. I also help found Project Derailed. I do like producing, a little bit of editing here and there. I write sometimes. I'm excited to finish the game out too.
I am Fiona. I write for Project Derailed, and you can find me here. And Tom and I this week are in the same room, as you can see us on different sides of the same divider. But Tanner.
Hello, I'm Tanner Bivens, and I think, the first person brought on that was not a co-founder. Instead, I am a content creator. I am the person that hosts Crit or Miss, and I very rarely write things on there, though I have not done it in a while now. But either way, I am here hosting the second half of our World of Darkness game that we started on Halloween a couple of days ago, or the day before Halloween. So the way that we're going to do this is we are going to I'm going to give a very quick synopsis, then we're going to jump right back into it. So, for those of you who did not see the first episode, here's what happened. Our good friends, Nathan, Paranormal Joe, and...
I forgot that was your name.
Fiona, I'm blanking on your name. Help me out here.
Caroline Smith. I didn't remember it either. I had to look at Twitch.
I'm sorry, I thought it was actually doing good on this.
Okay.
And I had Caroline Smith in my head, and I had it on a piece of paper. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Paranormal Joe, Nathan, and then fuck. Paranormal Joe.
Don't forget about Kenny.
Oh no,
and
I'm
Kenny.
not thinking about Kenny.
Oh, I forgot about Kenny.
Oh no,
Kenny's the
don't
secret
worry.
MVP.
I was getting there. They said Nathan Clark, Paranormal Joe, Caroline Smith, and their friend Kenny were all paranormal hunters in varying degrees. Whether it be
Ghostbusters.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Whether it be
Ghost hunters.
Ghost adventurers, best iteration of
you were
ghost
geist hunters.
pursuers. Yeah.
Geist hunters. Or Geist Busters. It's the knockoff version.
Yeah.
So, either way, for whatever reason, they all stumbled upon the old Youngstown Butler Hotel. And in the old Youngstown Butler Hotel was said to be a haunted site, but they had to go see for themselves. So they got their camera crew together, and they went in and broke in, and they quickly found out that the rumors were in fact true, and the old Youngstown Butler Hotel was not just haunted by one spirit, but by a slew of different spirits, as well as being inhabited by an ancient vampire named Lucia di Lorenzo. After they found Lucia made a deal with them that they would be able to keep their lives and leave the Youngstown Butler Hotel on the condition that they exorcise the spirits that still haunted the place. They had 3 sets of spirits that they had to free from the old Youngstown Butler Hotel. The first of which was a set of cleaners who died in a furnace, which they successfully exorcised. The second of which was a poker game that went awry, and the third one was an axe murderer named Old John. And in order to do that, they have to find the bodies of his victims somewhere on the premises. Is there anything that we need to cover beyond that? Anything I might have missed?
No. It's almost
All
like
right.
I was
Our
there.
cameras have been rolling the entire time.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a
Yes.
lot of pretty sweet footage.
You
Yeah.
actually,
For
And-
YouTube.
Yeah.
and by that, this is groundbreaking evidence that ghosts in fact exist.
Yeah, it's gonna change the world if we survive.
Yeah, and then the vampire one though is going to be a little bit more interesting because not only did she not appear on camera, her
Yeah.
voice does not appear on camera either. So it
Ah.
sounds like you were talking to yourself.
Pretty
It's
sweet.
a mystical thing. Either way, so let's start off where we left off. And you all are currently in the basement of the old Youngstown Butler Hotel. Kenny is still has a very painful knife wound in his shoulder.
That's right.
Oh
He
yeah.
has yet another Twinkie in order to sedate himself in his own special way.
He was pretty sedated to begin with. Let's be perfectly honest about Kenny's Kenny's consumption habits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny brought a little bit of the wacky tobacco with him, you know, just in case.
The devil's
Just
lettuce.
okay.
The devil's lettuce. So you all have just finished exorcising two of the spirits, the maids who died in the furnace. At this point now, you have two more you have to exorcise. You have to exorcise Old John, and you have to exorcise the poker game.
Mhm.
So,
All right.
real quick, considering this, Nathan, with a roll that you made in the last session, you would know the room number in which the four people died. So you know exactly where they are.
And what room number was that?
Room number was 236.
236.
Yeah,
All
they were in room 236. And with Old John, with the previous role that Paranormal Joe made about Old John, is that you weren't able to pick up much about him. You know that the modus operandi was an axe, but that was really about it. And considering the fact that these people were considered to be death by rumors, you would assume that it's going to be really hard to find these bodies. But you have no clear-cut direction on how to exorcise Old John.
Well, we do know that Old John is the
Essentially,
guy at the lobby that we
yes.
briefly conversed with before he turned into dandruff.
Essentially, with Old John, you know how to exorcise him. You have to find the bodies of the people that he killed. However, you don't know the location of those bodies. With the poker players, you do not know the means of exorcising them, but you know where they are.
I mean, my favorite exercise is the treadmill, actually. There's your terrible joke. Sorry.
Why would that be your favorite, Tom? It's like the worst one.
Frankly, it's not. I just named one. They're all terrible.
All right, so how do you go about what's the plans now? You all are currently in the room, and let's have at it.
All right.
So, that was unsettling. So, all right. So we know about this poker game. That was upstairs in room 236, which would be the second floor, I'd presume.
I thought we were working our way up from the bottom.
Right. Well, the issue is we don't know where these other bodies are, so we're gonna have to do some investigating to figure that out. So do we handle the thing that we know first, or do we just wander aimlessly and save that for last? I'm kind of the mind of taking care of that first because we know where it is.
Yeah, I mean, let's do that first. We can just keep our eyes open and see what we find along the way. You know, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's just a dead body in the hallway over.
We haven't been to
Second
that floor yet because we went right to the third floor.
Yeah. So let's just head over there and see what pops out.
Because that's where we met the creepy vampire lady. Did we get her name, by the way? I actually asked you guys in character. I was kind of distracted.
Lou? No, that's a guy's name. Lucy? No, that's not right. Was it?
I turned to
I
Caroline.
think it was Lucia.
That's the one.
Man.
That's the one.
Yeah, Lucia.
I pull out my notebook and go, does anybody know how to spell that?
Luchia.
Luccia, I think.
Wouldn't that just be like Luxia?
Oh man, it's 1C.
And how do you know that?
The C, it's a ch sound. That's a CH. Like, it's basic.
It's Italian, isn't it?
C.
Do they do it differently in Italy?
I would imagine.
Am I going to have to all make a roll for this? Am I going to have you roll
I
linguistics?
just wanted to know, so I didn't appear rude. Should we meet her again? When we meet her again?
Just like write it how you think it sounds so that you remember.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
But it'd be inaccurate. Anyway, let's get to the second floor.
All right. So how do you want it to get to the second floor? Do you want to take the elevator or the stairs?
Fuck the elevator, stairs.
I see. Not adventurous, are we? All right. So
I've
if
been
that
to
is
Disney Hollywood Studios before. I've ridden the Hollywood Tower of Terror. No, thank you.
all right. Y'all are no fun.
You forced us into that thing once.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus,
Plus, we need to look around on
Yeah,
our
true.
way up.
Yeah, we want to poke our head around a little bit.
you find the stairs this time are unlocked. Everything seems fine. As you walk up the stairs, you get a very distinct musky kind of sensation of a set of stairs that has not been used in some time. Would you like to stop at the first floor or carry on to the second floor?
I think we'll go straight on to the second, but I know my character is kind of keeping his eyes peeled to see, if he notices any, corpses laying on the staircase.
That's the case. How about you all make a wits plus alertness check?
Alright, wits plus alertness.
As you all exit the door to the second floor, and you are currently on your way to the room.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty is 7.
Two successes.
2 successes.
I got 4 successes.
Darn.
I am still pulling out my character sheet. Stand by.
Nicholas.
All right, if that's
Say
the
that
case,
again. It was wits plus what? It's up now.
alertness.
Wits plus alertness. I'm rolling.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. I was about to penalize you if you had took any longer.
And then difficulty was 7?
7. Correct.
I was worried about remembering the Roll20 syntax. 0 successes, but I did have a 10. So
You're welcome to re-roll again and see if you get a success from that.
No.
All right. So, Nathan, you're just very focused on the situation at hand. You're like, all right, we got to get to this room. What's the point in looking around right now?
Mm-hmm. We know where we got to go. We got to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, to, Paranormal Joe and Caroline. Oh, wait, let's see if Kenny saw anything. Kenny did not. Kenny did not.
Kenny is fantasized about Twinkies the
He's
whole way.
fine.
Kenny is currently rehabbing himself with another joint as he's like shaking nervously, walking down the hallway. With
He's just openly smoking. I dig it.
What a
Dude, he doesn't worry
baller.
about,
Yeah, really.
he doesn't have to worry about the cops here.
Fair.
That's fair.
He's got
Yeah.
bigger fish to fry. So the two of you quickly notice as you all actually enter the the grand foyer that you all walked into before, what the staircase that goes upward. You have to go around that in order to get into the room on the other end. You just happen to be looking around and you notice a news clipping article that was framed at the top of the stairs, and I don't know, something about it catches your eye, and you kind of sweep it across, and it's this article about like the reopening of this like new restaurant and whatnot. And there's nothing really. The story itself is not interesting, but what is interesting is the people in the background, because you see the bellhop John just chilling there, eyeing a couple of people in particular. It looks to be 2 members of the maid service on the other end cleaning the room, and he has a very lustful look in his eyes, you can quickly tell. And they are currently what looks to be cleaning around the stairs area of the hotel.
Paranormal Joe has a single dim light bulb go off in his brain. And he walks over to old John, and he's like, "Hey."
Oh, are you going to go try to talk to old John?
Yeah.
All right, so
Is
you go...
is that a good idea? I say as you start walking away.
I just do it. I said it was a dim light bulb.
I follow at a distance with my camera.
All right. So I guess the rest of you are keeping a modest distance away. As you do see old John. By that I mean, like, not in the... You saw him in the picture, but he is reformed at the lobby entrance where you were before.
Yeah.
And Paranormal Joe, you walk up to him, and John is sitting there. It's like, "Hello, sir. Welcome to the old Youngstown Butler Hotel. How may I help you today?"
Like, yeah. So, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation.
Is that so? Well, I would be more than happy to help you. After all, that is my job.
Yeah, you see, I think I killed someone.
I beg your pardon, sir.
I was wondering if you knew anywhere I could maybe hide a body?
I facepalm.
It's a bold move.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
He kind of looks at you just like flabbergasted, like, that is illegal. Sir, you could go to jail for that.
Well, I seem like a trustworthy guy, though.
Tomfoolery. Sir, I'm going to have you roll for this.
Fair.
So I want you to roll charisma plus empathy. Difficulty's 9.
Okay, I'm okay at charisma.
Let's see what
I'm not
happens.
at empathy, though.
Not empathetic at all.
Yeah. So let's give this the old college try.
Fuck you in
Play
your life.
What's my difficulty?
9.
9? Oh god.
Oof.
Remember those willpowers you can burn.
How many do I have?
Underneath, all humans should start off with 5, so you should have 5 willpower. The
Okay.
rectangle boxes are temporary willpower that you can spend for 1 automatic success. However, if you roll a 1 and no successes, that success that you spend on the willpower gets taken away, same as always. It's basically like just
Okay.
placing a success on the table.
Okay.
If you would like to do that.
Do I
If
do
not,
that before the roll or after the roll?
Always has to be before.
Always before? Can I burn
Also, you can
multiple,
get-
or is it just one at a time?
I will allow you to burn 2, but that is the maximum.
I will burn 2.
All right.
Boom.
You currently have 2 successes on the table.
So 9's the difficulty. Okay, here we go. Well, I got 1,
Oh.
and I get to roll again, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
you get a 10.
That's 3 successes.
That's
Oh shoot, I forgot
3 right
about
there.
that roll. Damn it.
Four.
Another 10.
Do I get
No
to
more rolls.
no more
Yeah,
rolls?
remember
Okay,
the rule is that you only get 1 after
only get 1. Okay, so 4.
that. Ooh.
Suck it.
So suddenly this
Dumbass idea worked.
John's demeanor changes entirely. It's like he just like kind of moves in, and as he moves in, like his like shocked expression is going away, and like this kind of sinister grin appears on his face.
Nailed it.
He's like,
I zoom in a little bit on it.
"Sir, are you too a scholar of the arts?"
Oh no.
I go. I mean,
He dabbles.
just a little bit. I dabble.
Well then, sir, please follow me into my parlor.
Oh.
And you see as he disappears,
Hmm.
and the bellhop area, like there's like imagine like a bar, but like there's like one that kind of swings upwards.
Okay.
So it's, all of a sudden it swings upwards, and the guy materializes again, walking towards the staircase.
Okay.
He passes the main stairwell that goes upward, past it to like the back end, and you hear like a creaking sound as what looks to be a cubby hole, like a hidden cubby hole, opens up. The door slowly just creaks open, and old John is standing there with this menace on his face, and he points to Paranormal Joe and is just like, "Please, join me."
All right. I go.
All right. So
We follow, or I follow at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna also
Again,
follow
at
this.
like a little bit of a distance.
by how much would you say of a distance?
I would say like 2 steps behind.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'm like 10 feet behind.
No, I'm not that far behind.
I was gonna say,
I wanna
okay,
be
then
close enough that I can be, like,
I'll
try
be
to
farther
help.
away than them.
Yeah,
I'm
you
close
wouldn't-
enough. I'm close enough that I'm like I could try to help if something happens, but far enough away that if something happens, it's not going to target me.
So here's what happens is that so Nathan is like 2 steps behind Paranormal Joe here, and then like about a solid like 10 feet behind Nathan is Caroline and Kenny,
Okay.
who are just like, man, nah.
I'm really injured, so I'm like,
Oh, yeah, we
I
didn't
would
rest.
prefer to not take another hit. Yeah,
Didn't we like heal up before?
You did heal up 1.
yeah. I was more injured than all of you.
Because she took
Yeah,
she took
'cause I'm
like a hit
back.
to the head.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bruised and I healed that, but you can't. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. Paranormal Joe, do you step into the room?
I do.
You step in and it leads to what looks to be a like small like stone staircase that leads downwards. And you see that the place is actually lit by wall sconces. Actual like flamed wall sconces.
Oh, wow.
As you step in, Nathan, you see the door is not like creaking shut, it's slamming shut.
Shit. I'm gonna try and leap through.
It's dexterity plus athletics. Difficulty is going to be 7.
All right. Dexterity is
Caroline and Kenny are too far away.
4. Athletics is nothing. So. 4d10. And what did you say difficulty? I'm sorry.
7.
Ooh, 1 success.
All right. So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to like make sure the door doesn't close, or just to leap through it?
I mean, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay.
I'm trying to first and foremost get through it, and if I can like jam it open, I'm gonna try to do that. But
Okay.
if it feels like I can't, I'm gonna give up into the room. So I'm at least.
With 1 success, here's what happens. You see this closing, and your just reflexes just to get in. So you kind of like leap, and you feel this door slam against your ankle.
Ouch.
And you could feel like, like blood is starting to seep down into your sock as you yank your foot in and the door closes behind you.
Mm-hmm.
The walls keep the room relatively lit, and you see Paranormal Joe standing there with old John. And old John is like, I see you have an extra. Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
Is he your apprentice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, learning many things, and I kind of shudder at the thought of learning anything from Paranormal Joe. And then, as I say
Listen,
that,
he has
I'm like, "Oh yes,
2,000
he's teaching me many
followers.
things." And then I turn and I give Paranormal Joe this like knowing look of, "Fuck, I hope I know. I hope you know what you're doing." Or it's just,
I
Alright, so,
am not looking at you at all. Do not receive the message.
so he
I roll my
leads you.
eyes.
It's like, well, then follow me down into my laboratory.
All right.
And he leads you down the stairs. Meanwhile, Caroline and Kenny, you see the door slam behind you, just smash shut. And Caroline, what do you do?
I'm gonna go try open the door.
All right, you need to make a strength plus athletics check.
Okay.
Kenny will do the same, as you both are yanking together.
Strength and athletics. Strength.
Jesus, Kenny.
What's the difficulty?
7.
Okay. 1 success.
And you see, Kenny over here got 4.
Oh, Kenny.
Damn.
You will rip this open, but as you do, you look and see that there's nothing in there except for just a musky old staircase. Like, it looks like a storage closet.
I'm gonna look for a false door in the back.
Before you do, you quickly... You have your camera on, right? Does it have night vision?
I know
I'm
that
gonna
it...
assume it does.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have
It
brought it
said you
otherwise.
did.
I know
Yeah.
I specifically said mine did.
Yeah.
So you are looking with the camera, and you suddenly see a skeleton just hanging out, like laying across like a on like a staircase, like just bits and pieces of a skeleton
On a staircase?
I knew it was
Not the
going to be a
staircase,
staircase.
underneath the staircase. Like, you know how like you'd have like a storage closet underneath, like things like that. Like,
Like
it's
Harry Potter in the cupboard kind of storage
similar,
closet?
yeah.
Okay.
Similar to that is that.
So you're seeing the underside of stairs.
Yeah, on the underside of the staircase.
Okay.
Hotels that would have that big ornate thing would store things in there because you can't have it appear that, like, this is a big fancy hotel. You don't want, like, carts just hanging out or cleaning products. You store them. And they had this big storage room. And off in the corner next to, like, these, like, dusty old chairs and, like, luggage carts is the remnants of a skeleton.
I am going to scream and make Kenny investigate it.
Well, before you get a chance to do that, alright. You hear from behind you, you shouldn't have done that, And you turn around just in enough time to see not paranormal shit. Oh shit, as if this smell really fucked him up.
Yeah. You got Betrayal at House on the Hill all in here.
Yeah.
Old John appear, and he does not look like the bellhop. He is dressed in like this like bloody cloak, and you just see like this axe get swung straight into Kenny's chest.
Oh,
The Shining style, as like Kenny is like screaming at you to run as blood is just pouring out of his mouth.
No, I'm gonna save Kenny. I have an axe too. I'm gonna swing it right back at him, hit him in the chest, and kill him.
All right, strength plus melee. Difficulty is 7.
Oh shoot! This isn't gonna work.
I think Kenny is dead.
No, I love Kenny. I know he's just a DMPC, but he's great. Oh shoot! Okay. I'm gonna blow a willpower.
All right.
So that is 2 successes.
All right, so you swing this thing, and it cuts straight through old John. Disappears. It said disasperate, Jesus Christ. Disappears, but the axe is still there. You can quickly deduce that old John's a poltergeist, and this axe was real.
Shoot.
And
Okay.
is sitting here, like, holding, like, his chest, like, tight, and he's just coughing up blood. And you look over to the bellhop area, and you see that old John has materialized again.
Oh no.
But he has not seen you yet. You're welcome to see if you can make a stealth check to get you and Kenny out of the line of sight.
Yeah.
Stealth plus... How about wits plus stealth?
Okay. Okay, that's good. What's difficulty?
Let's say the difficulty is 8. As old John has rematerialized at his place and is, like, looking over to be like, where is my, next prey?
Oh my god. 1 success. What the hell?
So, you don't exactly do this great. You're not exactly, like, the stealth artist, but, like...
I have to drag Kenny.
You grab Kenny and you fall
complicated.
backwards into the stairwell. All right. And you hear the sounds of what sounds like someone dragging an axe behind him.
Oh shoot.
And you just hear it's like, come out, wherever you are, my precious children. You hear him kind of like curse a little bit under his breath as he starts wandering back down towards one of like the other hallways, like towards the kitchen area.
I am going to try to hide Kenny as best I can, and then run and hide myself somewhere different.
Kenny is like holding on to like his chest wound.
I'm like,
And he's like puffing on a he is smoking the last of his weed. He's like, this is really harsh in my buzz, man.
No shit.
You notice that
no.
he's trying to light his last tube, and he's like, hey, Lauren, as he's coughing up blood.
No,
Can
no,
you give me a line?
no. Lauren is someone different. I am Caroline.
Caroline, excuse me, that was our other game.
Lauren is my other World of Darkness character.
I am so sorry. I apologize to the watchers as well. That was my mistake.
Yeah.
Caroline. He's like, Caroline, can you give me a smoke? Let me know.
I search his pockets for a lighter. I presumably find one, and I light it, and I'm like, you're gonna make it, Kenny. I'm gonna make sure you make it.
Kenny just coughs up blood. He's just like, it's okay. Just know, I had a blast with you guys.
Oh,
Takes a drag out of the joint.
the devil's lettuce.
Out of the devil's lettuce, and the joint goes limp in his hands as he kind of just like falls over. His eyes are now staring motionless and lifeless to the distance.
Oh man.
So, Caroline, we're going to come back to you as you are now being
Okay.
hunted by old John. And the
Give me
question
a
is,
moment to emotionally adjust, you know?
can Nathan and Paranormal Joe exercise the demons quick enough, so to speak? So, Paranormal Joe and Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Did we still like see old John the whole time?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Old John has not left his spot.
Okay.
As you walk down this stairwell that spirals downward, and you enter into what looks like a kind of crypt, so to speak, made out of concrete. It is a room covered in dried blood, dimly lit by fire sconces, and sitting at the end on what looks to be a stone throne looks to be an emaciated, desiccated corpse.
Damn.
That is now sitting there, like, twiddling like a small knife, you see two bodies laying on the table which look to be almost mummified. The thing, suddenly old John's appearance just disappears, and the desiccated corpse looks at you all with its cold, like, voidless eyes right here that could clearly, you don't need to see the eyes to know he's looking at you. Welcome to the crypt of old John.
And who are you?
The one and only old John.
But then who was that?
You see, I am a skilled mage. Well versed in the art of necromancy. Those were apparitions of my creation.
So that's not actually like your soul essence or what have you. That's a magic trick that you're doing?
Something like that. I would like to call them my little projects. Amazing creatures. Very easy to create. And the best part is they can carry anything that they want. They can do my bidding as I sit in this awful crypt.
So, why are you here exactly?
Trying to find the true meaning behind immortality. As you can see, I kind of got there. Not quite. As, like, he kind of, like, hangs up his, like, desiccated arm that's kind of flopping limply. And it drops back down to the ground. Sadly, my apparitions have not been able to leave the old Youngstown Butler Hotel, so I haven't had fresh clients in a long time.
I see. So, so this is like a hobby of yours, then?
It's my life's work. I am one of the most powerful mages in the world. Feared in my lifetime. But now look at me. A shriveled, decaying body. Unable to take on my beautiful original form. But with you all, with true other apprentices of the arts, I can regain myself. Pledge your allegiance to me as apprentices and bring me fresh corpses, bring me fresh souls, and I will also grant you immortality.
I hold up my hand to stop Paranormal Joe from saying anything, and I'm like, I'm inclined to accept your offer, but I feel like I need to see proof of your skills. Where do you keep your trophies?
Skills.
Your exploits, your past...
On the table. He points over to the table, and then he points to, like, himself. It's like, they're in here, inside of me.
That's not really proof for us, though. We need something we can see.
Well, I can't tell you that.
Can't you, though?
If you see them, then the spell will be broken, and I will pass on into the other world.
Oh. Well, excuse my ignorance. I don't know these things. We're kind of new to this whole stuff. Eager to learn, though.
I need you to make a manipulation plus subterfuge check.
I'm good at neither of these things.
Difficulty is 7.
All right. Let's see. Manipulation is 1, and I have no subterfuge.
Oh God.
Hey, this worked for me before.
You want to use your willpower?
Although that probably is a good idea. Yeah, I will use one of my willpowers. So that just gives me 1 success automatically?
Yes. That's 1 success automatically.
All right, so then let's see what I get. So I have 1 success total.
Great job pooping.
A good use of willpower. Guy just like he looks at Paranormal Joe. Friend, your friend here is not as well versed in the arts as we are, is he?
I kind of go, no.
Fledgling. Shame.
He's a smart guy, quick learner though.
Well then, if you want proof enough, watch this. He holds out his hand, and suddenly, Nathan, your camera disappears from your hand, and just appears in his hand.
That's impressive. Can I have that back, please? You made your point.
But why? What do you need this for? What is this thing?
It is a it is what I use to record my thoughts for future study and review.
It's not a lie.
Yeah.
It's not.
But he does look at you. He's like, "You're one of the people that uses technology."
Mm.
He like throws the camera back at you. Dexterity plus athletics to catch it.
Fuck.
Difficulty is going to be 6 because I mean he's not chucking hard here.
Yeah, my dexterity is 4, but I have no athletics. So, you said difficulty is 6? That is... Wait.
Jesus.
Oh, it messed it up. But that is 4 successes.
You catch it easily. You're just like, mine. Not a chance in hell are you going to let that thing get broken.
Yeah. I checked to make sure it's still recording.
It is.
Because it was recording the...
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
So I leave it recording the whole time, and I'm very interested in looking at the video when he took it. You don't like technology?
Disgust me.
I mean, couldn't, in theory, like, technology and magic be used to complement each other, perhaps? You know what, I'm not going to argue with you.
I kind of point, like, he's got some funny ideas, you know? He's not an old school traditionalist like you and I.
Roll a manipulation plus subterfuge yourself.
I just walked into that. Manipulation plus subterfuge. Oh, I'm okay with these, okay. Difficulty?
7.
7, okay. Two.
All right. So he believes you. This guy stands up, and you can hear, like, you can almost see dust coming out of him as he, like, grabs, like, this old cane and starts hobbling over to Paranormal Joe.
All right.
He holds out his hand, and a sharpened knife appears in his hand.
Oh.
It's like, well, he won't be making the pact today. Come, my friend. He hands you the knife, and he tells you, it's like, now cut your palm and bleed upon the altar.
Oh, okay.
Joe.
Where's the altar? What is
The
he?
altar's directly in front of you.
Okay, I very hesitantly kind of like prick myself,
Joe.
and I go tick, and I kind of squeeze to bleed a little bit.
I didn't think we'd get this far.
Yeah.
Joe. There are good ideas and there are bad ideas. And I don't think this is
how do I
even remotely close to a good idea.
Are you saying this in character?
Yes.
As you bleed on the altar, Joe, a very powerful sensation rushes through you.
All right.
As you feel like a third eye kind of open, you see the world around you
Okay.
as not just a linear sort of path of, facts and knowledge, but that everything can be bent and even broken for the betterment of magic and science mixed together.
Hot
I
shit.
guess technically you're a mage now. By the way, I'm gonna...
What?
I'm not exactly doing Mage the Ascension correctly, but at the same time, this is kind of funny. So fuck it. Paranormal Joe, you suddenly felt a great power rush through you.
All right.
How do I do this? Jesus Christ. I want you to roll me wits plus occult.
All right.
Difficult 5.
Wits plus occult, difficulty 5. Okay. That's 2 plus 2.
How many dots do you have in occult?
Huh?
How many dots do you have in occult?
2.
You have 3 now.
Oh, nice. So
As a great
5d10.
power rushes through you.
That's 2 successes.
You suddenly
Oh wait, no,
sense-
I rolled that wrong. I'm sorry. I did that with 7 instead of 5. Hold on. I'm just gonna re-roll. Well, no, I can recalculate based on what I already rolled.
Yeah.
That would be 3.
All
So I
right.
still got 1
So
more. Yeah.
with 3 successes, you suddenly see this guy's, like, you see this world around you, and you can sense the bodies around you. You can sense death itself around you, and you get the sensation that they are all around this sarcophagus. Like, there's a trapdoor, and if you open it up, and if you just say this, like, cantation, that this guy is going to be gone.
Really?
Do it.
This guy handed you, like, literally... I don't know how to say this. You weren't supposed to get this far.
So he handed me all this power.
Yeah, essentially, is what happened was he believed that you wanted to be his apprentice.
Yeah.
So much so that he agreed to share his powers with you as well as his vulnerabilities.
I think I want to be his apprentice.
I stand there and I'm still filming, and Joe's standing at the altar, and I just go, Joe.
So I
Buddy?
get down on my knees
How you feeling?
and
You dick.
I say, Master, we met with the vampire in this house, and she is holding us here.
Oh my god.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm like, she told us to exorcise the ghosts to escape. What should I do?
You hear a Joe, you don't realize what you've done. You hear a rush
Mm-hmm.
as this black cloud shoots through this house and into this room.
Uh-oh. I might have fucked up.
Lucia's so powerful.
Lucia turns into her human form and she looks like she is seething as like her fangs are out and she's just like, you could see like literally hell itself in her eyes, her black voidless eyes.
All right.
And she's like, all right, motherfuckers. Now you see, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
You. Points to Nathan. Go.
That way.
You're still, you abided by the rules.
Great. I look at Joe for a second and I go, you brought this on yourself. And I go,
Tom, I'm I don't want to be the storyteller, but here we go.
No, he deserves whatever consequences.
No, I mean, as a player, I knew that I was messing with things that are on the dangerous side.
You were so close. Like, the second that you turned on Lucia knows, and she is now...
You knew where all the bodies were.
Yeah, but...
Oh my god.
But this guy could probably kill me, too.
You could kill him?
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I wanted to be his apprentice, I guess. I don't know. It seemed cool. That's Paranormal Joe's like reasoning process right there.
I gave you a fucking chance, and this is how you repay me. Holy hell! Suddenly you see, like, old John just literally split in half as a tentacle just shoots through him and just throws him aside.
Okay. I picked the wrong horse in this race.
And suddenly you see a black smoke start to come out of Lucia, and you can feel yourself literally being dissolved. Like, you can see your skin boiling and disappearing.
What would Paranormal Joe do? That's my question.
Scream in agony.
Regardless, I need you to take, before you make any decisions, 3 levels of aggravated damage.
That sounds bad.
As soon as I hear the screaming, I'm gonna stop, but I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go, wait.
You see the smoke starting to come towards you, and you could feel it searing.
Can we just talk? Just talk.
A face appears in the clouds. No.
But please, I mean, we're following your rules, and to be fair, you kind of like, you know, we weren't sure. We thought that, like, we weren't really given much instruction here, and exactly about how we were going to do things. I'm sure he just made a mistake. I'm sure it's like, you know, look at him. He's not very bright, but you don't need to kill him, like.
Charisma plus empathy. Difficulty is going to be 10.
All right. Charisma. I have no empathy. So, but
willpower.
But I am going to use a willpower.
Use 2. Life or death. 2.
Yeah, I'll use 2. So I do have 3 charisma.
Yes.
And then difficulty 10. No successes, but I used my 2 willpower, so I have 2 successes.
Okay. So with that 2 willpower, Lucia just kind of like takes form next to you. Just like, this guy. Is like finger gunsing at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Takes you like under his arm, like, you know, she like throws an arm around you. It feels cold and clammy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know what? You're right. Like, really? Why should I be mad at this? I mean, he only broke my rules. He only went around and tried to get me killed. And sure enough, this thing isn't even on my fucking level.
Get you killed? No. I'm sure that no.
Am I like still screaming in agony or kind of like talking?
You are currently, you are laying on the ground in cosmic amounts of pain.
Okay, then I will not say anything at this point.
Look. I'm sure. I'm sure he didn't mean it. Like, I don't say anything more, but my my intent is clear that he's kind of an idiot. Is what I'm trying to convey without actually saying that.
Right. You get one, buddy.
Right.
You get one. And I like your guts. And she kind of does like the punch on the shoulder.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that won't happen again. But now we know. Now we know where the boundaries are. So yeah.
She walks over to Paranormal Joe.
As soon as she turns around and turns her back to me, I just like exhale, like, oh fuck.
She walks over to Paranormal Joe and is like, oh dear, that has to hurt. Want something to ease the pain? She like literally like takes her fingernails and just like digs them into her wrist and just cuts it open, and she starts to like bleed. And I was like, here, drink this.
Lucia is so crazy.
I feel somewhat cornered, so I hesitantly lean forward to take a sip.
It is the most delicious thing that you've ever tasted on the planet.
Well,
as you drink deeply, you heal one of your aggravated damages.
Okay. So how does aggravated damage actually work on this character sheet?
It would be marked by a star. Or, yeah, like it's
3 stars, and now I can take one of those stars off.
Yeah.
Essentially, you've been permanently scarred by this event, even if your stuff heals.
Got it.
But you can see some of your skin returning to you as you drink.
Okay.
And Lucia pulls away, and she's just like, that's all you get, sweetheart. Don't fuck with me again.
Thank you.
Suddenly she turns into... Go ahead.
Is he still a mage?
You still have the feelings of the cosmos inside you, yes.
So I'm going to call this a net win.
Lucia turns back to Nathan before she disappears, and like, you feel yourself be picked up, Nathan, and placed next to like this trap door, and she swings it open, and it was like, there's the bodies.
Oh, they were right there the whole time.
Yeah.
I go, oh yeah, I can feel that now, by the way.
Holy hell. Alright, now...
I look at Joe like, what the actual fuck? And I go, oh, great. Hey, look, we found him. Thank you.
So, like, Lucia's like, alright, now it's time for y'all to get back to your goddamn jobs. She literally picks you both up, and you fly through the air, and you crash into the bottom. Caroline, you see a black, like, a cloud of shadows with your two friends. Paranormal Joe missing a great deal of skin and hair.
Oh.
Get chucked at you as you they basically come out of nothingness.
Am I still where I was when we left? Like, over my dead friend?
Yeah. Is Lucia still there, or did she, like, toss
Yeah, she's still there. She, like, suddenly turns, like, half humanoid, half shadowy, and, like, strokes Nathan under the chin and is like, I like this one. I might keep you. And just, like, disappears.
As she's disappearing, I look at Caroline and I just go. And then I see Kenny and I go, hold! Fuck.
I think he died.
Joe fucked up. But yeah, no. And I'm gonna check Kenny for vital signs.
Do I have any feeling like my magey powers could maybe like heal Kenny?
With your, you actually, why you shouldn't list on your character sheet. You actually got a level in entropy.
Okay.
So you can sense physically that there is no life form left in Kenny. Kenny's spirit has gone on to the spiritual plane, where he is still smoking weed.
Good. With the truth, because the truth somehow got onto the spiritual plane. No one else is in that game. No one knows what I'm talking about.
So, but anyway, I'm checking Kenny for vital signs. Just trying to find a pulse.
I don't think you need to roll for this. Like, you know where a vital sign is, and you feel, and there's clearly nothing there. He's not only has he been dead, he's past the point of CPR.
I fuck. And I look at Caroline and I'm like, yeah, no, you're right, he's dead. And we're lucky that asshole isn't dead too. And I point directly at Joe.
Caroline, you see that Joe is like missing chunks of flesh.
Oh my God! What happened?
He's a dumbass, is what happened.
See the muscles in his eyes.
It's disgusting.
I'm like, I might have pissed off Lucia.
Might have. He might.
Did you call her the wrong name?
No, I think I got it now.
No. So it turns out that fucking old John is not a ghost. He's actually like a real super old like mage. He knew magic and shit. And he was actually like alive as some mummified husk of a person now. And he was just conjuring these spirits of himself. And dumbass here. Yeah. But dumbass here decides to pledge himself as his apprentice.
I kind of
like,
try to cringe a little bit.
Then betray Lucia.
I wasn't betraying. I just thought that maybe he had.
Listen,
thoughts.
No, you don't get to talk. I saved your ass. You're just gonna shut up, and we're gonna be pissed at you.
Like he's in the same house. I assume like they know each other. They're like roommates, basically. I thought.
Yeah, he was the one. He was the one that didn't pay his half of the rent.
Like I thought they were like cool with each other and stuff. I figured it would be fine.
Dude, shut up. You have no skin on your face. You're going to lose all your YouTube subscribers. And
that really is unfortunate.
He does have some skin, to be fair.
I'm like, no, this is going to like really like drive it home that I'm like the real deal, man.
No, Jesus.
I don't know. You might want to switch to podcasts.
Oh,
burn. All right. So, luckily, I was able to talk Lucia out of fucking killing his dumbass. And Old John's taken care of, by the way. She basically did it for us. But yeah, so let's take care of the rest of this and get the fuck out of here. Please.
Yep.
Yeah, we know where to go now.
Yes.
We knew where to go before.
Yeah, but we got that other one out of the way. And I have, like, spooky powers now.
I'm not gonna...
Paranormal Joe, you're gonna need you need a little assistance getting up the stairs, as you can feel that you might be missing muscles in your ankles.
Yikes.
As do y'all have any other thing you want to say to Kenny's corpse before you carry forth?
I feel like we should say a few words or something. Oh my God, what are we going to?
At
We're
this rate,
all
he's
going to
probably
get
gonna
arrested.
at this rate, he's gonna come back as a zombie or some bullshit or something anyway.
So what? We
I
destroy
don't
the
know.
head?
I
We
don't
bury the heart? I don't know.
we let's take care of the stuff we do know, and then we can worry about this.
Okay.
Nathan knows what's going on.
Thank you. So
I go, well,
second floor then.
yeah.
But really, we have to talk when we're done about how we're not going to get arrested after this is done and done, because our friend is dead.
I'm not.
Gang violence in this part of town is ridiculous.
There's now problems and there's later problems, and that's very much a later problem.
I just really think that this footage isn't going to be admissible evidence, and we're all going to go to jail forever.
I've been rolling the whole time.
Yes.
All right, so you all climb to the second stairs, and you walk into room 236. And sure enough, there are 4 guys there playing a poker game, kind of having some chit-chat with a hand. It seems to be a relatively normal fare. They're sitting there, they're drinking beers or scotch or whiskey and like playing down cards. Suddenly someone plays down a pair of aces and 3/8 for the reveal, to which things instantly get violent as they claim that he is cheating. Suddenly a fight breaks out. One of the guys pulls out a gun and shoots him in the chest. These other guys pull out a knife and stab the other guy. This other guy pulls out a gun and shoots the other one. But when the one last dying breath, the other guy gets shot by another dude, and they all lay there writhing before they all start moving and are dead. And you watch this entire scene unfold before they rematerialize and start doing it all over again.
They haven't acknowledged us at all, so it's just kind of like a recording. Basically, it's just like
They haven't noticed you yet. You have not interfered. You just happened to witness this as you walked in.
Right. So witnessing it, like having kind of seen the scene play out.
Mm-hmm.
Because we basically need to figure out who was the actual cheater and find proof of it. Watching the scene unfold, is there any way to discern like watching everybody kind of carefully, any way to discern who was actually cheating?
You're welcome to make a wits plus alertness check, difficulty 7, to see if you notice anything.
Should we all do that?
Yeah.
I'm rolling 4. And difficulties. 2 successes with a 10. So rolling 1 more d10. So 2 successes total.
All right.
Can I see this as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be looking as well.
2 successes.
All right.
And
Tom, Jesus Christ, though.
yeah,
I just wanted to say that real quick off for the
that's
record.
fair. I got 1 success on my alertness.
All right, so what you all see is you watch this play out a couple times. You notice that these guys aren't really paying attention to you. They're focused on their card game.
Yeah.
So you're quickly looking. You're looking around the table. You're looking for sleights of hand. You're looking for anyone to pull a card out of their jacket pocket or pull a card out from under the table, and you don't see anything. So from the looks of the table and from what you could see in front of you, it does not look like anybody is cheating. With 2 successes, Fiona, Caroline, and Nathan. The 2 of you look over the room, and you realize that as the scene's playing out, once again like a recording, you see that the pieces are still there. You know, there is a broken bottle still laying on the ground collecting dust. There's still cards laying about the table. It's like the room wasn't messed with after this occurred. So you might be able to find something in this room that could lead you to solving the mystery of what exactly happened here.
Okay.
I am going to look around the room for mirrors.
All
or
right.
anything like that. What game were they playing?
5-card draw.
I don't know how to play that. Would mirrors help? Like, what is the advantage that would be, like,
A mirror,
how would you cheat?
A mirror could at least help you see someone else's hand, so if they have a better hand than you, you know when to fold or when to play.
Okay.
I'm gonna check, like, there's, like, corpses in the room, right?
There is not corpses, though. The corpses were cleared out. It looks more or less like somebody did a quick hack job of, like, crime scene investigation. It was like, just get these bodies out of here before someone finds it, and then we'll rope it off and think of something later, and nobody ever got to it.
But the point is,
so there are cards strewn about, right, though?
Yes.
So I'm actually gonna move forward, and I'm gonna scan the cards on the table first without touching anything if I can, to see if there are duplicate cards, like to see if somebody played like maybe one of those aces, got played in a hand is the same ace is somewhere else on the table, like they slipped a card into the hand.
All right, so Fiona, Caroline.
Yeah.
You look around the room. I'm going to need you to make an alertness plus wits check. And while you're doing that, I'm going to tell Nathan what he sees.
Okay.
Nathan, you don't need to make a check for this because you can easily go through a set of cards. It takes you some time, but you do find 53 cards. And you find that there are 2 duplicates, two ace of spades. One of which, they look like they're from the same company, but one of the aces has a very distinctly different pattern to it.
And then, based on where I find that, can I determine, like, who played it?
You determined that it was close to, out of the 4 people, the one, man, I wish I could draw this. Alright, so there's 4 people at a table. The guy who accuses him, the card that you found the ace of spades on is closest to him. The guy who was the accuser. The accusee is next to him. Who played the aces and eights card. Let's see here. So that is what you know from that experience, is that actually the accuser is the one with what looks to have the spare card. Fiona, what was your roll?
It was wits plus alertness.
Yeah, difficulty is 7.
Okay. And then that is 1 success. Oh, but a 10 explodes.
Yep, so see if you get another one.
Nope. So just 1.
So with 1, you're looking around the room and you're kind of like touching a couple of things. And you come across a photograph. And the photograph is the 4 guys in a photo. And one of them is with a woman. It is neither the accuser nor... it's the one who was killed first. It's the one who was accused of being shot. You look on the back of the picture, and it has a list of full names listed on the back. And you notice that the woman shares a last name with another person at the table. That was neither the accuser nor the accused.
Okay. Does this have... So who does it like say who she's standing next to in the picture? Are they in order, or did the names seem to be not in order?
from what you could tell from the people in the photograph and the people at the table, is that the accuser is way off. The accused is the one standing next to the woman, holding, like, you know, they're arm in arm, they're a couple.
Okay.
And there is another person that is neither the accuser or the accuser that shares a last name with the woman.
Okay. I turned to Nathan and I'm like, hey, I think that this guy, and I gesture to the accusee, who's the one who is arm in arm with the woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I think that he was like banging, and I point to the other guy, his sister.
Huh.
Maybe.
Well, I don't. There's
That
a
is
fake. There
important.
is a fake card. There are some fake cards here, but the guy that's getting accused of cheating didn't have them. In fact, the guy that did the accusing had the fake card, so I think he was the one who was planning on cheating. And when this guy had a really good hand, he got accused.
Well, what if the guy with the fake card didn't know it was fake?
Yeah.
I don't think
What
that's
if
how
it
the cheating
was-
usually works.
What if it was this other guy's deck, so that he could accuse that guy of cheating or something?
Or, I mean,
I
what if
guess
this was all a setup?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What if
I
what if
don't-
the original plan was to kill this fucker because of some extracurriculars that were going on? The poker game was a perfect front. You know, accuse him of cheating and then kill him for it. I mean, he could have been trying to play fake cards to make it look like the other guy was cheating.
But then why wouldn't they just kill him? Why did they all?
Suddenly a spark happens,
Mm-hmm.
as you all manage to figure this out, actually. Relatively easy without finding the last piece of evidence. You start to hear the voices of these guys in their heads as the accuser is sitting there. He's like, man, I hope nobody catches me cheating. Like, you know, friends of mine, but I need the money. The accusee is like, man, I got a really good hand here. I'm going to, like, get some cash. The third guy, however, the fourth guy is just like, well, it's another Sunday. The third guy, however, is sitting there waiting for, he is looking around waiting for the opportunity to happen. He knows that his friend is cheating, and he's waiting for the accusation to occur after several hands. Suddenly, you see the hands play out, and instantly, the accuser accuses the other guy. You also hear that he's going to get. Sorry, the big thing is he's going to get. I'm going to get revenge on this guy because he's cheating on my sister and he's ruining her life. And he's waiting for the moment, and he's waiting, and he's waiting, and he's waiting, and suddenly it happens. The accuser, knowing that he's about to get accused, accuses the other guy first of cheating before anyone else accuses him. At that point, everyone gets angry, and you see that this guy takes the opportunity and fires the first shot into the accused, which then starts the chain reaction that ends up all four of them being killed.
What a bunch of dumbasses.
So in other words, these assholes, one guy gets killed.
Remind me not to play poker with you when I turn at Paranormal Joe.
Suddenly, the spirits disappear, and the fourth guy was just one unlucky bastard who played hand the card with the wrong people.
Fair.
Sadly, this was not supposed to be the last one. You kind of did the climactic one second. I just wanted to throw it out there. If this is not the big climax you were looking for, it's because they already fucking did it.
Yeah. I became a mage or something. It happened.
Suddenly, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Suddenly you hear like a ding, 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 and you see like the shadows appear at the doorway, and Lucia's like banging like a tiny gong. And she's like, "Congratulations, you all did it! You won the grand prize!"
Great. Can you unlock the door, please?
Yay.
Of course, but wait a minute, why don't we say what they won? Well, let's see here. What you all won was your lives.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
An honor.
Skin and also your fragile mortality.
I like it very much.
She floats over to like Nathan, and she just kind of like gives you like this like very unsettling wink. She's like, "Hey, so would you like to come hang out with me some? Come on, I can show you the world, shining, splendid."
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
She actually starts singing.
Tell me, Nathan,
I was a fan of
when
Aladdin.
did you last let your heart decide?
I was a fan of Aladdin, and I don't know anymore. I thank you. It's a very generous offer. I'll think about it. I know where you live.
I know where you live.
Really?
You see, that's what's going to be tearing up your brain later on tonight when you're in bed. She winks like, "I'll be seeing you later," and she flies over and like she takes Kenny's body and is like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of this one."
What are you gonna do with him?
"Don't worry, you'll get to bury him. I'm just going to make sure that there's no evidence against you."
I appreciate that. Just be careful
you.
with him.
Of course, of course. And she flies away, and you can see that she's holding him on by his ankle.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Lady of the Night.
Can we get the fuck out of here? I turned to you.
Yeah. Let's go. We start heading toward down the stairs towards the front door.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
And directly.
So you don't leave without any pomp and circumstance, however. As you round the corner, you see not just the ghost that you just exorcised, but a number of ghosts. Almost like 30 to 40, kind of like clapping as you all are like walking out.
Fast walk past them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like make no eye contact. Like the eyes to the ground, and we're quickly moving.
Yeah.
They're all like thanking you so much for exorcising them, and thank you for letting us go on to the spirit world.
Just hard power
Is
walk.
Kenny there?
My eyes are diverted, but my camera is still panning throughout the room.
Kenny is
Kenny.
there.
Aw.
Oh fuck!
Kenny is at the end, and he's just like, "Hey guys, y'all fucking rock."
This is like the last episode of Scrubs when he walks down the hall and. Oh.
As
Kenny.
you all walk out, the ghosts disapparate, and you are standing outside as the sun is slowly rising.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go home, transfer all of the video to my computer, and make several copies, saved in several locations.
Save it in the cloud, save it on the
Yeah.
hard drive, save it on flash drive.
Mhm.
Get that upgraded Google Drive cloud storage.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and this is getting shared on as many video places as we can. Yeah.
so how about we go through a quick epilogue?
All
Sure.
right.
Okay.
As you all survived the night, you made it through the spoopy mansion. Let's start off with Kenny. Kenny's body was later found a couple of days later in the woods. It was said that he was the horrific victim of an animal attack, as his body was found severely savaged.
Oh.
It is, though noticeably his face and upper torso being left unharmed.
Oh.
Enough to, have a nice funeral for him.
Oh, okay.
And a nice funeral was held. There was not many questions beyond that. as you all will be the only people who truly know how Kenny Redman met his fate.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Paranormal Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Your YouTube subscribers go through the roofs after this affair. Actually, no. Kenny's. Do you all publish Kenny's death online?
No.
No.
No, we leave that part out.
And in fact, all of our evidence is neatly cut so that there's no evidence that he was even there.
That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. Let's
Except
make
for
sure
like the
that-
6 witnesses who saw him with us.
Well, okay, I could even add to that is like, thanks to Lucia's connections in the police department, nobody knows for certain. There's some talk, but nobody can prove
Yeah.
anything.
I will actually say that
Alright.
the Paranormal Joe, I quietly close my YouTube channel and disappear into some strange underground.
Yeah, as well, actually, we'll even throw it into that too. Is that a Paranormal Joe? Your YouTube subscribers shoot through
Mhm.
as suddenly it closes off, and everyone always asks, "Whatever happened of Paranormal Joe?" As you are currently learning the arcane arts of
Yeah.
entropy in the known universe. Caroline, you are actually nominated for several awards in cinematography, or in documentary cinematography, as word spreads very quickly of not only the existence of ghosts, but just your stalwart resolve and making sure you got all of the footage through horrific situations.
Yeah,
Stalked by an Axeman.
I think that she drops out of college and just tries to pursue it full time.
I would actually think that Nathan and Caroline will continue to work together to.
Yeah, I think so too. Why do all of my World of Darkness characters like drop out of school? Stay in school.
Nathan, I'd say that you probably like got a major amount of success from this, not only as a director, but your science that you were speaking of before that people actually like balked at is now almost proven through one video.
I've written and published several papers on the experience and theories on how it functions, and like using many of the videos, video evidence as like to back up claims and research and stuff.
You obviously have some naysayers amongst the crowd of thinking that,
Naturally.
like, similar to Ghostbusters, that you just put on a very expensive light show, and now you're rich off of this shit.
Yeah.
But
I
you
would
know
say
the
that
truth.
several years later, a letter shows up in your mailbox that is describing some of the arcane arts in some measure of detail from a
And-
mysterious individual. Who could that possibly be?
I don't
Just
know.
signed PJ. On that note, congratulations. This one-shot turn two-shot is over.
Yay!
We did it.
That was fun.
Yeah.
God damn it, Tom.
I
Blew the
became
lid off of the entire
What a dick.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Whenever you did that, I was like, oh, are we really fucking going here?
Yeah.
We are. We're going here.
Hey, you put that there. Paranormal Joe just took life by the reins and just went for
He
it,
did.
man.
Man, Paranormal Joe's lucky he didn't die.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Yeah, I saved your fucking ass.
Yeah, and now he's going to be a dark wizard of the underground, which is probably the least likely outcome of this campaign.
That's another thing that happened in our other World of Darkness game is that one of our characters just went totally rogue and became like really powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
He actually had Lucia bite him and he became a vampire.
Nice.
Fun fact. Yeah.
So yeah, I would actually think that like while like Joe's becoming a mage, I almost think that like through our experiences, like Caroline and Nathan like also like sort of become hunters of sorts. Like we're mostly there to document and stuff, but
Oh, yeah.
we kind of end up like fighting shit too.
Yeah, we're
Actually.
hunters without like the powers of hunters.
Mhm.
Just like super duper cool human people.
I mean, those exist too in this world.
Yeah.
So, like, you're there. Like, I get it. But either way, that was fantastic.
That was good.
Yeah.
That
was a lot of
good
fun.
one shot.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right.
So, I think that brings tonight's Trainwreck to a close. We'll be doing Trainwreck live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Mhm.
Do you want to announce what we're doing next week?
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
if you guys didn't see, we did a segment for Trainwreck Live, which Trainwreck is going to be, we're going to stream something. It might be us playing RPGs, it might be us discussing things, it might be us doing whatever. We're going to stream whatever, really. It's probably going to suck. But regardless, every Monday night at 9, we'll be streaming something. And next week, we're going to be bringing back Discussions and Doodles, which we did a couple weeks ago to discuss D&D and our Taldore Day stream. And we'll be discussing Stranger Things 2. I think everyone here is going to be here, and I'm going to be drawing some artwork while we talk about the new season of Stranger Things.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Yep. Tune in next week, and check out ProjectDerailed.com for more nerdy awesomeness. We got new stuff on the way, and yeah.
Have a great night, everyone.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Night, guys.